everyone, it's your lovely Abby Dagran and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be continuing a series on my channel that deals with natal chart analysis, and today I'll be doing one on Tyla. I did get the suggestion from Sour3, so thank you so much for the suggestion, and please keep the suggestions coming. I'll be speaking on her personality traits, her characteristic traits, and how a lot of the placements in her chart have led to a lot of her success. Please make sure you are subscribed to the channel, as well as you hit that notification bell so you know when I upload videos on the daily. Please also make sure you hit that like button and that share button because I know you guys will love this video. And also please make sure that you also comment down below what you feel the video is going to be about, or what traits or placements really do benefit her in her career. Now let's get right into the video, lovelies. So Tyla was born on January 30th, 2002, so this qualifies her to be an Aquarius. With this placement, she's very innovative and she's someone who's always searching for ways to improve herself and the community around her. She's also driven by freedom to do things her own way and often surprises with her unpredictability. She's also someone who is ruled by the planet of Saturn, so she may go through a lot of things in her life that may make her a lot more intelligent or a lot more experienced than other people. She's someone who has a very brilliant mind and she has the ability to think outside the box. She's someone who's very much about her community and who's very much going to help people. She gives very much humanitarian, and she's someone who loves to help people for the bigger cause. Up next is her moon in Virgo, and with this placement she has high standards for herself and for people around her as well. She's someone who's all about excellence and she's going to work as hard as she can to achieve it. She's also someone who is going to make sure she is very much analytical, so she's going to think things really thoroughly and she's going to make sure she makes the right decisions next in her life. She's also someone who may be critical, and she may be critical mostly about herself. She's someone who's very practical in her life and very productive. She can be very reliable and very grounded. She's very realistic, and she is a perfectionist because Virgo placements tend to be perfectionists. She's someone who's very anxious, and she's someone who may be sometimes insecure, but she's also someone who's able to really do things for others and herself. Next up is her Mercury in Aquarius, and with this placement she's someone who is highly intelligent, very idealistic and humanitarian. She's someone who is very open-minded and maybe different in the way that she speaks, and she tends to be very much unconventional in her speaking. She's someone who's able to really defend herself and speak for herself, and she has a lot of intellect with this placement. She's someone who tends to really understand things on a different level, and she may speak certain things into existence that at the moment we may not understand, but later on in the future people will consider her thoughts and really make sure that she is the best in regards to what she's speaking based off of her Aquarius Mercury. So having this placement, they're able to be very much progressive in their communication and very much different but original words and thoughts. Up next would be her Venus in Aquarius, and this will give her her third Aquarius placement. So she has an Aquarius stellium, meaning that a lot of her in herself is a lot of Aquarius vibes and a lot of Aquarius energy. She's someone who tends to be open-minded and thoughtful of the future. She wants to be seen as very unique and very different. She's someone who loves to be unconventional in different relationships. She's someone who's friendly to others, typically well liked and very popular. She can appear aloof and detached to her partner, but she is someone who is loved for her brains and vision. She's the type of person who likes different types of people. She is someone who is very hard but she's someone who is going to commit for the longest time, and she's someone who's really curious about freedom. Up next is her Mars in Aries, and this is a very great placement to have your Mars in. It's actually ruled, so it's great to have it here. With this placement, she's someone who may be impulsive, but she's very action oriented, and she has a very great instinct in regards to what she should do and what she shouldn't do. She's someone who does not dwell on the past, and she doesn't hold grudges that much. She's someone who's quick to anger, but is also quick to let things go as well. She tends to be okay after something is resolved or something is made out to be the way that she would want it to be. But she's someone who is very much gonna go after what she wants in this life and work as hard as she can, and she will be able to have it. She's someone who may have a very pioneering drive. She's someone who tends to be very bold in the way that she acts and in the way that she goes on to things. Up next would be her lovely placement in Jupiter, which is Cancer. And this is actually a very great placement to have. They are graced with the protection and more than likely a very generous family. Jupiter is ruled are good in Cancer, Sagittarius, and Pisces. So this is a very great placement to have and a very beneficial placement to have. A lot of luck comes with this placement, and she's someone who is best suited in a career that she's enjoying, and she's someone who has a lot of humor and optimism that brings a lot of luck into her life. She's also someone who's just going to have a lot of good things happen to her. She's someone who has a lot of great instinct and attracts a lot of good luck and good fortune because of this placement. This is a very great placement to have. And she's someone who's going to be graced a lot, and a lot of great opportunities will come her way and have come her way. Up next is her placement in Saturn, which is Gemini. And with this placement, she's someone who has a very stable, intelligent type of being, and she has very strong communication skills. She's also someone who may have nervous energy, and she's someone who may have the mental ability to be introspective and takes years to reveal her learning process. Sometimes it may be slow, steady, and profound, and she's able to master her knowledge, so it's something that she will need to work on. However, she's someone who's very great and very intelligent because it kind of balances out with her Aquarius placements, because Aquarius placements tend to be very intelligent. So even though Saturn sometimes can stunt her growth with the intelligence and the communication, it can be a little difficult. However, with the other placements, she's able to balance out, and through life, she'll be able to get it perfected. Up next would be her Uranus in Aquarius, and this is actually another good placement to have. And she is someone who is all about taking up social causes and finding ways to solve a complex issue such as poverty or injustice. People with this placement tend to always want to fight for different things, fight for different causes that happen in society. And it's something that is very admirable and great for that generation. They're the types of people who are reformers at their heart and want to make positive changes that will benefit society as a whole. She's someone who's willing to devote her time and energy to see what they come about, especially if the proper group support and combined purpose of will can be found. She's someone who's careful with her devotion to group goals and make sure that those goals do not cause a lot of friction or neglect in her own interpersonal one-on-one situations. Up next would be her Neptune in Aquarius. So she has a very full chart of Aquarius placements, which gives her in a way a lot of protection in regards to Saturn. So it's very great to have. She's someone with this placement of Neptune in Aquarius who's able to find inspiration wherever she goes and is always able of thinking ways to help society in every little thing that she does. She's also someone who her and her entire generation will idealize and even venerate the ability to remain detached, as well as the ability to objectively analyze a given situation. She's someone who's always going to make sure that she can cure the ills of the world And this is something that she's going to do as well as her generation. She's someone who's careful to continue to maintain and protect the rights of individuals in the midst of these things that are going to change. So she loves to give rights to people who don't have it and keep the rights of people who do. Up would be her Pluto and Sagittarius, and she's gained this placement because she was born between 1995 and 2008. She's someone who's all about freedom, experimenting, exploration, and risk. They're all about optimism, a thrill of living, and possibilities. That's something that Gen Z really has, and that's very admirable. They're the types of people who talk about different things that are happening in the world. And they're the types of people who are always on the search of wealth of knowledge for their enjoyment. So they love to add information to their brain in order for them to really gain that wealth and just have it maybe once in a while they're speaking to someone and they can engage in a conversation based off of the information that they've been given. This is something that is very admirable and really fun with this placement because Gen Z tends to be like a very fun generation, in my opinion. Last but not least is her North Node in Gemini, and with this placement, she will need to develop these attributes in order for her to get her hidden gifts and talents. So having healthy curiosity, asking questions to learn how others think, seeing both sides of a situation, having tact and logic, communication of internal ideas, someone who has a positive approach to life and other people, purposely cheering up others, using an approach of expressing her ideas in a very respectful way, listening, openness to new ideas and experiences, seeking factual information before making decisions, also searching for details others miss or ignore, being able to learn of those around her even if she feels that she knows best, staying connected to the present, and exploring her writing potential, which I feel she does in regards to her writing. That's all I have for you guys today in regards to Tyla's natal chart. Please let me know down below, did you learn more about her? And please also let me know who else you guys would want me to do a natal chart analysis on. Thank you guys so much for your support. Please make sure you are subscribed and you've hit that notification bell. Please make sure you hit that like button and that share button because I know you guys love this video. And last but not least, please make sure you are following me on all of my platforms and make sure you are supporting them. I love you all. Please stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, lovelies.